So there's these last three or four sentences that you said I think are important, but I kind of got lost in the second part of it when you interjected Google into it and it, and
You
so
did it. You are you're you're signing up to it. I'm so
yeah,
glad.
yeah. So anyway, I would like to have a replay of that sometime so I could capture what you were saying about um, your own thought processes and how it relates to what Google's doing.
Well, there's an association I want to make, which is, let's say, big data in medicine. Okay? And now what I want to say is the cardinal point is identity, personal identity. Genomics, this is the big deal. What are your genes? What are my genes? There's a lot of patterns that we share with others, but it's a unique collection for each one of us. That is a single personal identity.
So how does that relate to big data and Google?
Dave Glazer puts up posts on Google Plus when he comes up with stuff that I really like. I comment on it, and that builds up a connection between he and I. So he's the chief engineer of Google, and the space that Google wants to be in, genomics. Prices come down, data is shared everywhere. The world's foremost authority, Erwin Cohen. Anyway, back in those days, when you couldn't say what was on your mind by using certain language and talking about certain subjects and all this other stuff, there were still very bright people that worked around that whole thing and still worked their brains in a way that we'd be proud of today. And that goes back for a long time into history. So we're not doing all that caught. This is more fun now because we're here doing the stuff that has been invented now. That's about it. Or not.
So you mentioned the Dave Glazer and the big data uh, project that Google wants to get into, saying that now that the genomic uh, information is so available, readily available in a big way to everybody, and that because Google manages big data really well, that he's really excited about the potential benefits of having access to that because they are used to managing big data very well, right? Taking billions of bits of information and combining them into something that's meaningful. And so there's probably going to be a big development breakthroughs in understanding genomics better because of that access to all that data.
Consider how we're going to treat this weed in a way that benefits people rather than big pharma.
Yep.
People are beginning to understand that things we've done in the past were not good for us, or at least not good for us now. And what do you call it? If I were to have my genes sequence, what would it be called?
Your mapping, your gene map, mapping of
Okay, my individual gene map.
yeah.
When there's a whole bunch of those, but respecting privacy, things are going to take off like a rocket, and it's going to be threatening
Yeah.
to the big organizations out there, whether they're corporations or 501c3 or governments or big owners. It is threatening to the old order. But I want to bring it up because it would be fun to make a movie about that. And that's the way it is.
Edward R. Murrow.
Is it?
Was it?
Or how about Walter?
Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. It tells a story. It's some science fiction in it. And it's going to have some autobiographical stuff. It's centered on something that's pretty common, trope. Something magical, meaning that it seems like magic to an outsider that sees the tremendous progress a brain can make when it kicks into high gear to repair damage. A lot of movies about this stuff, so I want to make one of them.
Good.
So that's what I'm doing, and it really works good because people, not very many, but a lot of people are sitting on the edge of their chairs, wonder what is next.
Like this.
Yeah. So yes, that is just exactly what we want them to do. And then maybe put a dime in the plate.
Yeah.
Something. And so that we can have more toys and enjoy the rest of our lifetimes here.
So until next time, eh?
Yeah. Oh, and for next time, let's make sure that we talk about
what are we going to talk about next time? Before I forget. Turn that phone. I got to turn that phone off. Anyway, next time.